Yo, it's your boy Logos, and I'm not one who typically cares about celebrity drama or BS or anything like that. Only time I really care about it is when it's relevant to society, relationships, or just people in general. But when it comes to, nut riding certain celebrities, female or male, I'm just not a fan of it. These people don't know us, and the only reason they're famous is because of our support and our money. So I'm not finna sit around and follow somebody, put a part of no beehive or become a part of no beehive when the type of crazy ass fandom. I like your music, I like your talent. That's it. What you do in your personal life really doesn't concern me. But the only reason I want to talk about this Keke Palmer stuff is, for one, it's relevant to like the manosphere stuff, which I really haven't talked about of late. But I'm gonna do some Patrice O'Neal content today, so it's kind of relevant. Keke Palmer did this whole dance, or I don't know, grinding on Usher like a month or two ago, while he was singing and stuff, and it went viral because she has a, it's sad to say it, but she has a baby daddy, and the whole point is they didn't get married, but they still supposed to be together because they're like best friends or whatever in the relationship. And she doing all this crazy stuff with Usher. Of course, it's on camera, so she wasn't like kissing or nothing on him, but she would definitely press up on him and acting like she was a little schoolgirl or something, like she didn't know how to control herself. And this led to him doing like some tweet about her behavior and the way she dressed, because she was dressed a little hoish. That it is what it is. Like, it was hoish behavior. If you if you don't believe me, I'll link the original video of me reacting and talking about it down below. But I'm of the opinion that she went too far. Like, she's in a relationship, it's publicly known, and it's so funny now that all the stuff that she did with Usher is kind of causing them to be apart. I think I really don't know the current stance of their relationship, because at the end of the day, I really don't give a shit unless it's related to this type of stuff. And what she did today is she announced she's gonna be in a new video with Usher titled "Boyfriend." And the only reason I think this stuff is relevant is because she's just throwing this stuff in the face of her baby's father with no respect, no regard, nothing at all. And it's even sadder to the amount of women, or some of the women I've seen, defending this behavior. I truly feel sorry for men like me and my current generation, ages for like 18 to like 34, something like that, even a little bit older, just because of mindsets. Mindsets like Keke Palmer, city girls, all this other crazy, loud, loose sexual behavior, and basically just disrespecting their relationships because she got the bag, she got the money, she got the fame. And there's some of the same arguments they use to call men misogynist or hateful towards women or talk about the patriarchy. They'll pull that same crap out of their butt when it comes to Keke Palmer. When she did that stuff originally with Usher, people were saying, who cares? It's not a big deal. She's a breadwinner, so he better shut up and sit down and just take what she does. But when it's reversed, they talk about the centuries or the decades of female oppression and relationships and all this other nonsense. My whole point with these people, they really don't have any logic. They don't really have any strong stances or idea of what they're talking about. It mostly going off emotion. It seems to be a lot of time they just say screw dudes. Especially it's sad too, because the majority of these women doing this black women, which makes sense because Keke Palmer is a black woman, so of course majority of her fans are black women. But this divide between us within our communities, where it's black women against black men so often than not, and we just can rarely come together, even when it comes to relationship type of stuff. They have a child together. This child didn't ask to be born, but they came together and want to do this best friend couple boyfriend girlfriend bullshit where they have a kid together, and everybody gonna rise up and support it and say love it, because who cares they're not married, they're best friends. Well, now this is why I didn't support it in the first place, because for one, us guys, I understand how good sex feel. I truly understand how good it feels not pulling out. Like, trust me. Me and Ram had many conversations over the years where we would just be chilling and stuff. We were just talking about girls and whatever like that. And like, he knows you, he knows me. So I am telling you no lies when I say I understand how good it feels not to pull out. But come on, man. When you not pull out some of these type of women that you deal with, you're asking yourself to be put in this situation. Now, you may not be as publicly as embarrassed as Keke Palmer's child father is, but even still, if you deal with a loud, ratchet, ghetto, ignorant ass woman who can't take accountability, you're gonna be embarrassed. If you don't be embarrassed, you're gonna be stressed out because there's nothing that you could possibly do or possibly say to make her control her behavior, control her mouth, grow up, mature, and not be petty. So many of these women that supporting Keke Palmer love this type of behavior because they see it as some type of petty back and forth because of what he did with the Twitter stuff and about saying about how she dressed online. I do agree with the fact that he shouldn't have came out and said it online, but I also agree with him with his point about her being dressed, what she was doing all up on Usher, and of course I don't agree with her behavior after, like just flaunting in his face, throwing in his face, acting like shit cool, and this is the child of your father, who was at one point your best friend. I think that's what I heard. When this nonsense between her and her boyfriend or whatever you want to call him involving Usher happening like a month or so ago, I tried to do like a little digging. That way I wasn't just talking BS when I did the reaction. So my understanding is that they were very close, very good friends, and they decided to be together and have this child for some damn reason. I don't get why you're so cool and so friendly, and y'all can get so intimate and create a new life, but then somehow, some way, putting a ring on it is too damn much. Like somehow, some way, him being inside you over and over again, carrying a child with you, you carrying the child for 9 months or however long, and then delivering it is not like too much of a step for you. But getting married is. I hate it. If I didn't want to say anything when she would announce her pregnancy, because all we know is just gonna be nothing but a bunch of non-accountability taking, fucking excuse making, enabling ass woman talking on it, talking about why you hate her, who cares, let her live her life. Here's the part about living her life. When she do her bullshit that involves other people's lives, like her children and any other people, it's not just her life. And I don't care who it is. A spade is a spade. Like if you do something stupid, it's just stupid. And that doesn't make me like perfect or anything. I do stupid stuff all the time. I try my best to do better, but I can't do better if I don't say, "Hey, that wasn't a good idea. That wasn't smart. You're being irrational. You're not thinking straight." That happens to every single person on this planet. So this whole idea that Keke Palmer or women in general with her similar mindset just just can't get it together, can't see how having certain types of behaviors and mindsets and certain types of thinking, making certain stuff public, repeatedly doing stuff because you want to have a back and forth petty game because you hurt and emotional. Like, listen, here's my thing, because it's kind of like a tangent of the Keke Palmer stuff. Because it seemed like a lot of the women that do support what she's doing, especially what she just dropped today with Usher, seem to support it so much because it is petty, which is a very childish, immature high school feeling, in my opinion. You trying to just do stuff back and forth to be petty with somebody you have a permanent relationship with, even if them two are not together, Keke Palmer and her baby's father, they still have that child. He's still gonna be in his child life as he should, and Keke Palmer's still gonna be in her child life as she should. Doing this back and forth, just immature, stupid, idiotic behavior makes no sense to me. Because all you're doing is just making stuff more isolated, more awkward, more hateful, and the chances of y'all working that stuff out just gonna go lower. Like this whole stuff fell apart because you want to do something crazy in public, and then he want to go and do something crazy too in public, and now you want to do something else crazy too in public. Like what? At what point you just gonna say stop involving these stupid, idiotic people online who don't know us, don't know the full details? Keep all this shit private. You change your behavior, I'll change my behavior, and we're gonna do what's best for our child. But it seems like nowadays people don't want to do that. It's always about back and forth. Who can get the upper hand? Who can get the last laugh? Who can piss somebody off the most? Who can show people I'm not weak or whatever? It's so easy to be stuck on vengeful, hateful thoughts when it comes to somebody doing something bad to you. And I'm saying as a human being has felt similar thoughts and feelings and has thought about similar behaviors. And oftentimes when you get past that single thought, when you talk about, yeah, we want to do this just to piss that person off. I just want to do something I know will give me nothing at all besides giving the satisfaction that I know will fuck up their day. And of course, in the moment, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel calculating. You think you're some type of fucking master planner or something. But honestly, you're putting a lot of energy and time for something that doesn't benefit you. Honestly, that's part of the reason why this YouTube channel exists, because I was having conversation with people about different subjects, about politics or society and different stuff like that. But I want to go deeper into it. I want to talk about it at length. I want to have opportunities for back and forth. I want to have opportunities for people or people that I disagree with or disagree with me to have conversations back and forth. And you really can't do that on social media. You can't do that on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything at all because, for one, you don't even know if that's a real person. It could be a bot. And that's something that I've learned and figured out and said, like, this is another reason why it's not that serious. This might not even be a real person. This might just be a program that was made by somebody in Russia, China, or America for all I know. I can't really be wasting my time and energy, emotional energy, physical energy, anything like that on these people that I don't know me. And for a fact, well, I can't say for a fact, but I'm willing to bet on I'm not going to change their opinion by going back and forth on hours on Facebook. It's just not, it just doesn't work that way. People will believe what they want to believe, and until they hear enough evidence, and they want to choose to be open up to that evidence and why it makes sense, they're not going to change. Because people could be presented with evidence, but for all they care or all they know, it's fake, it's doctored, it's just a product of the mainstream media, whatever you want to say. And as somebody as I don't believe in the mainstream media much. My whole point is people got all types of reasons, all types of excuses to not believe or to believe whatever they want to, and not just the way it is. You can't help it fits everybody, but this whole Keke Palmer stuff just doesn't make sense to me. When we look at our communities and our relationships, the fact that one out of four black women don't get married, and then you see a whole bunch of black women agreeing with behavior that doesn't really make any sense. And one thing I really hate that they do, some women do, and not just black women, a whole bunch of women does this stuff of every race. They love calling certain women pick me's when they don't just agree with the status quo of what the majority of women on a post or a topic is saying. Like for example, this Keke Palmer stuff, there's a woman calling women pick me's and stuff because of what they say and they don't agree with Keke Palmer. Listen, it's not their fault that you can't comprehend how they're not pick me's. It's also not their fault that you can't comprehend why they don't give a shit about you calling them pick me's. Because at the end of the day, these women are attracted to men, not you. Not no random stranger on the internet that doesn't really talk much of anything of sense. So why would these people being called pick me's affect them? It shouldn't. If anything, being called a pygmy by someone like you should make them feel reassured. Because for one, you're not a man, so who gives a shit? I'm not attracted to you. I'm not really caring about what you think about relationships that much, considering the fact that I'm never gonna be in a relationship with you. But number two, you can't even attack the point or talk about the topic at length or have a debate. You just say, "Oh, you're a pick me," and you try to dismiss somebody because you're that stupid and ignorant. You really can't help certain people, and that's what I was saying earlier about people will believe what they want. They will say what they want. They will think they want because that's all they can do. Anything to help them feel or believe they don't need to take accountability or they did nothing wrong, they'll do that. And that's just the way it is. It's pretty damn sad. Let me see if I can find that post where that woman was talking about women being pygmies. Yeah, so yeah, she's having a music video tomorrow with Usher called Boyfriend. How lovely. How absolutely lovely. This is villain activity from Usher and Keke. Her boyfriend tripped about her being sung to by Usher, then crucified on social media for his girl to be featuring a song called Boyfriend. I know his chest caving. Listen, man, I highly doubt he'll see this video, but in case you do or any guy in your situation does, only thing you could do at this point is just be a good father, learn your lesson, and don't get a whole like Keke Palmer with a similar mindset like her pregnant ever again. That's really all you can do. I wouldn't be having my chest feel caving in because of like this, like, bro, if she doing this stuff, she ain't worth shit. Like this stuff about her money and all this, that stuff is irrelevant. Like she is not worth the headache. She is not worth the time. She is none of that BS. At one point, this was your quote unquote best friend or whatever it was, but now she doing stuff like this with Usher. Like, but don't lose yourself over no trash ass woman. Don't lose yourself over any woman. Like your life is more capable or have more potential than that. Now, of course, you don't want to lose a good woman, but at the same time, you don't want to lose yourself over any woman, good, bad, or anything. That's just how I see it. But just don't get her pregnant, bro. Get married first, then get have that conversation. Well, have that conversation beforehand. Get married. Then when you already have that kid. Okay, here it is. All the pick me's talking about Keke in the wrong for being in Usher's video. Child, move around. That man didn't care about spamming guy's little temperamental ass up on this site with that your mother bullshit that I could talk to her about in private. All the pick me's. See? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, just her whole tone and the way she just say things. If this woman's calling you a pick me, you're on the right path, in my opinion. And once again, why give a shit about ignorant women like this? Who cares? You a mother bullshit. She really, like, you could say what you want about him doing it, like post on Twitter. I don't agree with that either. He shouldn't have, like, I don't know if she walked out the house wearing that bullshit. He should have said something then. If he said something when she walked out the house wearing that and she still wore it anyway, then he did that, it doesn't look as bad to me. But either way, saying that what he said about you being the mother is BS, yeah, that's not BS. Carry yourself in a certain type of way. But of course, she cannot understand that because everything is emotional. You'll pick me if you disagree. You have issues if you disagree. You hate women if you disagree. Low IQ. But this is the pull. This is some of the women that guys nowadays have to deal with. I'll say this for a fact. Not every woman, especially not every black woman, I know that for a fact, is like this lady. I'll call that a lady. That might be a little nice, but anyway, not everyone is like this. There are plenty of great, nice, kind, feminine, lovely black women that you can run into and develop something with. You just have to be very careful with who you choose with. Do not be pressured to get in a relationship with one of these 305s because of the fact you had sex with them. They'll cry and bitch and moan about anything at all because it doesn't go their way. Do what makes you happy. And just with that in mind, right after I finish this, I'm going to record a Patrice O'Neal reaction where he talks about similar type of stuff like this because he's a guy that helped me out when I didn't understand women. I wanted to be better. I wanted to get more confident. He was the first, like, one of the resources I like watch and listen to and process. And I listened to him a few times because you can't retain everything within one session. You have to think about it, retain it, think about your behavior, what you were doing differently, what you could do now, and try to implement it, and then just keep getting better over time. But this mindset right here, it makes me truly feel bad for us men nowadays. Because if you think like this, there's no helping you. The most you can get is dick, and then that's it. And that's it. That's just the way it is. I'm not debating you. I'm not finna talk with you. I'm not finna try to convince you. I'm just say, oh, okay. Yeah, so we can yeah, sure, I agree with you on that. Yeah, let's pop this bottle so we can drink a little bit, we finna hit, have sex, and then that's it. Because ignorance has no room here. Don't let any woman stress you out. Just because you want to bust a nut, don't let any woman stress you out. No matter if because she's pregnant, because you got her pregnant, don't get her pregnant. You already worry about her not stressing you out because of that. Don't let her stress you out because you want to have a relationship you don't want to. Be upfront or just, hey, this ain't gonna work how do you want it to be. Now, if you want to keep having sex, that's cool, but even then, that's dangerous because you get her pregnant. She gonna make your life hell. Either way, don't be pressured to be with somebody or be in a relationship with somebody simply because of the fact of their emotions and how they feel. At best, with certain women like this, that's is all they could get. Move on. Get far away. You useless and a waste of your time and a waste of your energy. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's your boy Logos. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.